So there is this. There is this breaking news. That Buhari is no more. That former Nigerian president kicked the bucket, and some people kind of there's a mixed reaction to that. I am here to air my own opinion, like to you know add my own suggestion or my own belief, no matter how you want to see it. Buhari is someone that many people know, as even before 2015, that he managed to rig himself back to power after 1983. Okay, he came back again to rule Nigeria. He have ruled Nigeria under military regime and all that. Many people have different opinion when his name is being mentioned. Many people have their own way of analyzing it. Buhari is somebody who have done a lot of things negatively that people cannot just write it off so easy. Yes, some of you may agree, some may disagree, but no matter how you want to see it, no matter how you want to paint it, the truth is that the man have done a lot of bad thing than the good thing. Okay, and even if you don't remember any other thing, you can remember what he did when he sent people to Masamurkano's house just to send Masamurkano to judgment. He tried everything he could to put Masamurkano, to make sure he terminate him with his northern supporters and all that. But the truth of the matter is that not only about Biafrans, not only about Igbo people, the man have issue with many people, so many people, and one of them is this our brother here from Obidowa land.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I thank God for my life today. My people, Buhari don't die. See life. See life. The Buhari criminal man that is sent DSS and military to come and kill me, maybe in the night, in July 1st, 2021. He died today. See life. My people, we're supposed to learn about this. That criminal man, Buhari, Muhammadu Buhari, he don't die. See, I'm alive today. I thank God. God, thank you for my life today. Criminal Fulani man that is with some Yoruba, with some stupid Yoruba people that gang off.
As always,
come to my house.
To go after their own people.
That
not only you, my brother, not only you, even in Igbo, in our own people, in our own place, they always gang up against themselves. Especially when you're actually fighting to save them, like you are trying to save Yorubas. They don't understand. But I thank God that you are still here. I thank God that all of you, all of you are still here living. Fulani cannot do this to their own people. They cannot fight themselves to protect you for what one. But you see our own people, like Yoruba people, fighting themselves, fighting their own brother that want to save them. That is it. That's why it is easy for them to ride on everybody, because honestly, southern part of Nigeria, they don't know anything. They think they're educated, but the education is upside down. Fulani man cannot wake up and fight their own. Have you seen any politicians, any of them complaining about the bandit or no? Because they see them as their warrior. They know the agenda of Osman Danfodio, which none of these northern elites from Fulani, side have the strength or anything that have mapped out that time to preach against the plans of Osman Danfodio. Not at all. Now listen to
to take my life, but God said no. If God say yes, nobody can say no. God said no. See life. You don't die today.
That is from Sunday Boho. His own way of reacting to that. Now, we are going to go through some of the things that we need to talk about here in this video. But before then, let me encourage you to like the video and subscribe to the channel in case if you are new.
Thank God. God,
This
I
is
thank you.
our second platform. So I want you to make sure that you follow us here very, very closely because, like I always tell you, we cannot grow here without your support. Please do support us on that. Now, Kemi, many of you know Kemi. Kemi have something to say about the whole thing. Listen, let me bring
Huge media blackout
listen.
in February. Before I was arrested, even though Nnamdi Kanu told us that Buhari had died in London, and no one believed him. It's now, 8 years later, that I'm just like looking at something. There was a huge media blackout in February. Before I was arrested, I was doing the story of Etisalat. Does anybody remember what happened to Etisalat in February of 2017? Bello Osage, what's the name of this guy? The CEO of Etisalat, Akim Bello Osage, had run the company to the ground. So these guys needed $536 million. They had borrowed money from every bank in Nigeria. Like Akim was like literally like this guy got away with financial crime. If it was in America or Canada, he would have been in prison now. It was a major financial crime. He ran the company aground and he was looking for that 536 million. And the bank said that if you don't have that money on this day, we're going to take over Etisalat. So what they did was they went and borrowed money. They kept borrowing. So on the morning of February 17th, I believe, I'm going to, guys, give me some time. There is one Instagram that I had, 36,000 followers. It's called HNN Africa Archives. I still had my old media thing. HNN African Archives has it, and I have the password. I'm going to log in and see that file. On that very day, the banks, everyone, First Bank, Wema, everywhere there, the banks, 13 Nigerian banks, most of them first generation, they were going to take over Etisalat if that money didn't come on their desk. So basically, the deal fell through. Okay. When the Etisalat deal fell through, all right, all the banks took over the company and they removed the Nigeria because Etisalat is a UAE company. So they removed the Nigeria out of the brand. You know, it was Etisalat Nigeria. They now removed the Nigeria, just Etisalat. And the UAE bank just gave all the money back to the banks in Nigeria and the company went bankrupt. And that was the end of Etisalat. So when Nine Mobile was coming in to buy Etisalat, I was the one that blew that whistle and said, there's somebody on the board of Nine Mobile. She's a thief, a woman. She's a thief. I was crazy at that time, but you were not in the conversation. You were in secondary school. I said, one of these ladies here, this woman is a thief. After I blew the whistle, they now did an investigation on her and they found out she had financial misappropriation. They removed her. The transfer of Etisalat to Nine Mobile was serious stuff. And this is why journalism is a rough draft of history. There's one Instagram page that I had at that time. I had HNN Africa and I had HNN Africa Archives. And I found the password this morning. I logged into it. All my archives are there. But I'm not going to leave it open for people. I'm just going to screenshot what I need. I'm going to close it back. But at the end of the day, guys, hey, it is now coming to me that media blackout that happened. Okay, wait a minute. Not that media blackout. That story of Etisalat was the biggest story.
Just pay attention.
Until, sure, you know Ray Williams Johnson, the guy that does the crime stuff on YouTube and on TikTok and all that. That was the biggest story on that day until President Buhari arrived. Remember, President Buhari just arrived from London after a medical trip. When Buhari arrived, there was a media blackout because he had been away and Oshibadi was acting. That media blackout was so bad that it killed the Etisalat story. Then they showed Buhari flying from Kaduna to Abuja in some kind of helicopter. Because remember what happened? Abuja airport was closed at that time for repairs, February 2017. So we watched Buhari enter helicopter in the night. It was dark. Was it night? Like dawn. when night turns into morning, you know that time, 5, 6 a.m., somebody entered the helicopter, looked like Buhari, dressed like Buhari, and then they landed in Asurok and they showed us, and the person quickly entered. Now, fast forward, guys. Look at what Gabashiru said last week about his book. Hey, you see that rat story? They said President Buhari could not go inside Asurok because there were rats in there. So he had to go to a guest house. Remember all this stuff in February of 2017?
Yeah.
Now Gabashiru was telling us days ago that the rat story, he made it up. It was a lie. I made it up because President Buhari was sick and I didn't want. So he was sick. So coming back home, he was still sick, Abby. Then you now said there's rats and he was in a guest house. So there was no rats. There was no guest house. Did he die in London? Please pass this to the IPOB people, because once a journalist, once an investigative journalist, always an investigative journalist. This whole thing is like shocking me. Then Aisha and Buhari had a fight. She moved to UAE for 2 years, a first lady of a country. When UAE even banned Nigerians from coming, she moved over there. She and Atiku were the only Nigerians that were living in UAE.
Okay.
Everything's now looking clear. Hey, Nigerians, I'm tired though. Send money to my account for my birthday.
So that is Kemi. I'm not hearing about the money, please. Now, look at this. The same Kemi. See what Kemi said here. Garo Bashehu, I kind of believe that Jubilee of Sudan theory now. I kind of believe the Jubilee Sudan of theory now. Is this why Aisha moved to Dubai almost 2 years since you also made all this rat story? Did he died then as in 2017? Did you all do this to stay in power? Even my own investigative journalist no reach. I don't retire, Sha. That is from Kemi. So this is a way of giving credit to Pastor Muhammadu, the prophet of them all, the eyes that see what they cannot see. Honestly, Pastor Muhammadu is something else. Now, I'm not here to validate anything to you. I just want you to know that people are now picking the interest, trying to understand how the whole thing will be. Okay, for how dubious and how wicked these people can be. They can do anything. Because the agenda then was to finish this thing that they are hearing now about Fulani Hesman. It was, when Buhari died, the mission will not be done, like it's just halfway. And remember, the person that's supposed to take over is Yemi Osibanjo, who is not even a Muslim. They have to cook up this story to maintain it. And believe you me, Christians in the power, they know this thing, but they react because of, if anything, bribery and anything, they will keep quiet and allow you to lie. Now, hear this from Kemi as well. Let me expand it a bit. Okay. Kemi here said this. Breaking. Sadly, Miss Aisha Buhari has separated from her husband, General Buhari. Source tells me that she is had it up to her throat and so fed up of being the mother of a nation she cannot protect. That was 2021. She is the mother of UAE now. Too sad. The MCM, why we never report this. I don't know, MCM is Mohammed, I don't know. I don't know what the formula of the MCN, I'm not gonna lie. So the picture in the background is kind of people who paid attention to the body language and the pictures and videos of Buhari all this while. Decided to come up with the better pictures, as you can see on your screen now. Look at them. So watching this will tell you. The first one is 1, 2, where's it? 3, 4, No, again, 5, 6, I believe 7. So 6 is the kind of two here. But you get the gist. You get the gist because they want to use everything to deceive people, but people keep on keeping, they keep on monitoring them by keeping those videos, those pictures. You get the point? By making sure you keep it to a time like this. To a time like this. Master Mechanic said it before that this man has died a long time ago. They keep on managing and keeping him. Now they want to tell you that he's dead and all that. What do you believe in this story? Do you believe that he has died? He just died or he has died before? What is your own story about it? Because a lot is not adding up at all. A lot is not adding up. But like I said, the choice is yours. I would like to hear from you. What do you think? What is your own take? Do you know something that you would need to know? You can also let us know because maybe some of you have a better answer or better access to what has happened. But I would like to hear it from you. God bless you. Please make sure you like the video and tell me what you think about it. See you again and take care of yourself. Bye bye for now.